The First Step Act is a bill that was signed into law in December of 2018. While it's targeted towards the Federal Bureau of Prisons, at the broadest level, it's a recognition that the nation's correctional systems are in need of reform. And there are several key provisions within the First Step Act that are worth highlighting. One is the creation of a recidivism risk and needs instrument, which the BOP currently does not have. And the second is a mechanism to provide early release to those individuals who are currently in BOP custody. The First Step Act is important to criminal justice today because it provides the Bureau of Prisons with an opportunity to reform their system and to reduce their prison population.
FSA is important in today's corrections population because for the last 3 decades, the incarcerated population has risen dramatically. And FSA is an attempt to reduce the amount of time or reduce the population that's currently incarcerated.
The pattern is a gender-specific risk assessment that assesses for risk for general recidivism and violent recidivism. And it will be used by the BOP to help identify those individuals who are eligible for early release from prison.
The largest provision of the Act is the implementation of a risk and need assessment system. And the Bureau is currently providing training to all of our field staff about the scoring of pattern and creating a list of our standardized programs and how those map onto the different needs that will be identified. And then an individual will be able to go and complete those programs to ultimately lower their risk.
What the pattern does is it utilizes risk prediction items. These are multiple indicators that examine static criminal history along with dynamic indicators such as participation in programming that identify both the current and hopefully anticipated reduction of risk of an offender over time that then makes them eligible for early release time credits. What I hope people take away from the development of pattern and its use within the FSA is the labor and effort that was put forward to create it. We made every attempt to create an honest and transparent tool that incorporated multiple levels of stakeholder content in order to create a balanced tool that would serve the direct and indicated purposes of the FSA. I feel like the end result and the product that we created is something that I'm proud to stand behind and feel that it will be a good first step or first effort for reducing the federal prison population.
The National Institute of Justice has been an excellent partner to the Federal Bureau of Prisons since the signing of the First Step Act into law. We have been able to rely on them as a resource for evidence in a wide variety of areas, but most specifically on risk and need assessment. And we look forward to continuing to collaborate as we roll out the needs assessment process.
The National Institute of Justice fostered a collaborative environment in which the Bureau of Prisons, consultants for NIJ, as well as the Independent Review Council, were able to work together to meet very ambitious and aggressive timelines.